So, what is 300 Rise of the Empire? So, this film is basically the sequel for, of course, 300, but it actually is before, during, and after. Now, when I actually found this out, I couldn't actually work out how they're going to do this, but the way they did this was actually really good, and I'm really glad they did this. So, the reason I really liked the way they did this is because it actually shows some background information on some of the fighters. Now, an example is they're up against, of course, Persia in the second film, and there is a woman leader, and they actually show her childhood and how she becomes it, and it's actually quite interesting. Now, I could talk about the story for quite a while, but I don't want to make it too complicated. Basically, the main plot of the story is the Navy team for 300. Now, this is actually really good because you see some really good tactics. Now, anyone who has seen 300 will know that the tactics were really crucial in the first film, and they actually use this for the Navy in the second film, and it works really well, and it's really interesting to see how it works. Now, I did actually watch this in IMAX, so when you're watching it either in 3D or IMAX, you'll find that there's a lot of blood everywhere, and the way they've made 300 Rise of the Empire is that they really love the gore. Literally every single scene there is blood, they really love it, and they're spraying it all over the screen. And what some of you might be happy to hear is that there's a lot of fighting in 300 Rise of the Empire, and I think that's good because even though you might want to find out some more information about the other characters, I think it's important to keep the basic idea of the film. Now, the visual effects in the first film weren't great, but they were actually surprisingly good in this film. Now, yeah, you could sort of tell that they were using a green screen in almost every single scene, but it doesn't really matter. One thing I really did notice is the way they make the film, is that they try to make it really dark. Now, I know this can create some tension, and it can make it more interesting, but I think they've used it too much. One thing I really enjoyed about this film was the sound. Now, the soundtrack in this film is awesome, and also the sound editing. Now, as I said, I did watch this in IMAX, so the sound was going to be good anyway, but it was especially good in this film because they use the soundtrack and then they use some of the background sound to go with it, and it works perfectly. Surprisingly, what I also found was good was actually the acting. Now, that doesn't mean that every single actor was exceptional, but I thought the main two actors did a really good job on it. Now, they have adapted the dialogue, but I thought there's some really good lines in it. It wasn't incredible writing, but I thought it suited the film well and also the time it was set. Now, I just wanted to point out, if you are thinking of seeing this film, definitely go see it in the IMAX. I wouldn't really recommend in 3D because you're not going to get the same experience. In IMAX, it's absolutely incredible. However, you still may find that it's just as good in 2D. Now, there are a couple of things that I didn't really like about 300 Rise of the Empire, and one of them was that it wasn't the best story. Now, as I said, I did actually enjoy the way they split it in 3 ways, so they showed scenes before, during, and after 300, but I thought they could have explained some of it a bit more. As a fairly big 300 fan, I thought it was a good sequel. Of course, if you are a 300 fan, then I definitely think you should go see this film. Overall, I really enjoyed 300. It wasn't the best sequel, and I thought some of the special effects and visual effects did sort of ruin the accuracy of it. Now, what I mean by that is that they used so much CGI that it just didn't really look as good as it could have been, but overall I thought it was okay. And also what I found in this film overall is that it's got good sound, it's got good music, soundtrack, and it's got some fairly good acting. So I think overall it's an average film, so I would give it a 7.6. So that is my review of 300 Rise of an Empire. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching. Hey guys, this is Angus, and today I'm going to give you a review of Need for Speed. So in Need for Speed, Jesse Pinkman is this guy who has inherited a... Now, the reason I liked it is because they do the history of the 300 army, and they do some background information on the enemy. For example, there's a leader, and you find out her childhood. So now, oh, fucking Mike. Fucking Mike. Right, just stay. No. Oh, I bloody hate mics. Stay. Yes. I swear to God, if this mic falls off one time, I'm gonna go crazy.